On to the big step, the one that we've been dreading.
Frustrating, bro. This is a lot of little, you gotta pay attention to make cabinets, and I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
Smoke. Should we be scared? Our story started on a sailboat with nothing but a dream and each other. Then we traded the ocean for 8 acres of jungle and built an off-grid life completely from scratch. Life had other plans though. A baby, a health scare, and suddenly everything changed. Now we find ourselves here, tearing apart a Florida home and building something we're truly proud of. What's up guys? Welcome back. We are continuing on with our mudroom cabinet building. This is one of the most exciting episodes because we are putting it all together, most of the parts. The bench seat, we're attaching it. We're gonna put the 2 tall cabinets, attaching those face frames, and then we're getting right into the fancy doors. I think we should jump right into this. We're gonna need a lot of time.
Yeah, no, let's rip it. All right, so now I have to permanently attach my bench seat. I'm going to use 1 1/4 screws, and I'm going to drill through the stringers from the bottom to attach this so it stays nice and seamless and pretty. So we have to put our top cabinets on. Obviously we have this outlet here that we want protruding through the cabinet so that it's not seen. It's all hidden, but we can charge our vacuums and stuff that's gonna live in here for cleaning the rest of the house. So this is very important. I'm gonna drill a pilot hole so that I can identify this, and then I'll be able to roto zip it out later once it's in.
Smoke. Should we be scared?
No, it's fine. Okay, so now to stabilize our beautiful cabinets onto our beautiful bench seating, I'm going to come up from the bottom with structural screws to suck this down and make it never move. And then I'm going to come in to the side here with screws to attach it to the wall. I'm going to be just going into the drywall with some of those like plastic fasteners that you stick in there because I could not find the stud here. My stud finder is a Jax WQ from Amazon. Tried to save $1 and ended up probably losing a few dollars because I could not find the studs with that thing. It sucked. But anyway, this is going to be attached perfectly, and don't worry about those screws in the side because I'm going to put them as close to the front as I can. And it's industry standard that you're not going to be able to see those behind the face frame anyway, unless you stick your head in my drawer and go, what are these screws doing here? And if you do that, I'll probably just slam the door on you a few times, you know, Godfather style.
All right, face frames are on. Next step, we are going to do a shiplap on the back wall and our frame in around the window. We want the whole thing to look in like a built-in situation, like it's custom, what do you call it? Custom cabinetry.
Custom
The whole thing's gonna be painted one color, so it's gonna look like all built in together. So we have never done like real shiplap before. We've made homemade, like DIY shiplap, where you just cut like 1/4 material and then just space in between it.
That's not the story, Kristen. Kristen made me shiplap a whole boat one time with expert engineering.
Did not make him
rip it all apart.
I did not make him shiplap a whole boat. I made him shiplap a V-berth one time, and then I hated it when it was done. Anyways, this time we bought the actual shiplap from this store because, like I said, we are trying our hardest here. So we're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna just liquid nails it to the wall, I believe.
Yep, liquid nails, maybe a tack nail in there, here and there, because I got a lot of plumbing behind that wall.
Just on the 5/8.
All right, so me and the radial saw, we got all the shiplaps cut, ripped down. It was a little bit of measuring, but you know, I'm actually like the carpenter I always hoped and dreamed I would be. So I got it done pretty smoothly. Walls are a little out of level, so I'm kicking the can down the road and I'm saying anything that don't come out perfectly flush, that's the old stuff, that's their fault. But I have it ready and now I'm going to liquid nails it onto the wall, and I'm gonna probably use a little tack nail here and there to get everything in nice and tight.
Matt did a really great job with the shiplap. It's attached on. All the wonky pieces that you see are going to be eventually covered by trim and window casing. That's all gonna be painted the same color as the other cabinets. We did have a little bit of mishaps. We got a little of the liquid nails on some of the shiplap, so we'll have to sand that off a little bit. And there was a dent situated into the bench seat by the nail gun, the Brad nailer.
Yeah,
so
take it from me, don't build a bench seat out of plywood. It's way too soft. Build it out of a hardwood, but it's too expensive. So in this particular application, maybe we end up one day tiling the top of the...
Ew, no.
Yeah, tile.
No, we're never tiling it. I'd rather die. Anyways, on to the big step, the one that we've been dreading, the doors. It's time for the rails and stiles and the drawer fronts and the cabinet door fronts. This is what you need to have great measurements for this. We are planning on doing 2-inch rails and stiles, which is a little more modern. The normal size width is 2 1/4. So I think it's gonna look good. It's what our example door that we made out of white oak was, and I think that looked really good. So let's get right into ripping down the poplar. We're gonna be using poplar and birch 1/4 plywood in the middle because we're painting all of it. So
yeah, so we got a lot of cutting and ripping to do. I think it'll be easier if we cut our links shorter to where we think they're gonna be, and then rip the shorter ones will be a lot easier. Now I'm on to the front page work. that everyone comes in and got a ooh and ah over. And you know what? I got a couple of hard people in my life. I got Kristen, who's super good at checking things. I got my dog Ginger Joe. My dog Uncle Joseph that comes over and says, he just walk in, be 20 feet away and say, that's the 16th out of square, bro. What are you doing here? What are you building? So I got a couple psychos that I got to deal with. So this has to come out perfect. Luckily for me, I'm going to be routing this out with my white side expensive router bits. And that helps a lot because router bits is one of those things. Good tools on woodworking is something you can't really out craftsman, sadly enough. Sometimes you can just really put your eye on it and be talented, but bad router bits, they grab stuff and everything's moving too fast. So these good bits, good router table makes a huge difference. Let's go. We're no return. We're at the point of no return. Let's do it. Alright, we all done. Got these, got those. They all look beautiful. The details are right there. Everything matches. It's like maybe a 64th reveal that's on there. So all that looks good. Now I got to switch out my router and do the tongue part. This is the part that's a lot harder because it wants to kick on you and wobble a lot crazier. But my beautiful wife Kristen got the tool for that. So I think she's going to make it a lot easier. Now what's really cool about this router setup is instead of having to try to fang-dangle all in here to get this router bit loose, it comes out pretty quick. It has a release valve in here, then a clip that just rips it out right there. You can get to everything easy breezy on your table. I'm always confused as to which way these bad boys go. So I just put them close together, give them a little twist. Seems as though these go that way. This old boy comes out, back in the case to keep it sharp. This old boy comes in, and now do the reverse. Snaps right back in there. Goes right in there. Has another setting. Now that should be close to where I need it, but I will still have to make some final adjustments with the toggler. My micro adjustments are made under here with this, and that moves it ever so slightly. Now, I'm sure there's a more scientific way to do this, and I do measure it, but what I do, since these are my pieces that I am going to be using, I line them up like this to make sure that my pieces actually fit and that everything comes out wonderful for me. All right, ladies and gents, that's what it all comes down to right here. 2 long pieces, 2 short pieces. Okay, that one goes in there. Doesn't look like crap. Doesn't look like crap, I'll give it that. It does not look like crap. What I got? This one's got to go in here. Okay. Do it. Slide her in. Okay. Pretty tight. Pretty tight. Don't know if it's super duper tight. Got a little sanding to do over there. Come on. Okay, here we go. It's a lot of pressure, guys. My heart is beating so fast. Okay. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Okay. Let's throw my square on it. Golly. Almost hurts being that good, boys. Oh, daddy. Oh. Shoot. Shoot, Dick Cabinet looks so good, I might have to start saying my own name during sex. Just kidding. Probably just edit that out. Anyway, it looks good. I'll give you guys a closer final look, and then I got some sanding and then some panels to make. Beautiful fit. In case y'all think I'm lying. There's that square. I'll do all 4 corners for you in succession. No cuts. Holding the camera and doing it. Kristen's not going to like this shaky camera work. She's going to say, that's what the tripod's for. But either way, all good. Sanding time. Okay, so now that I have all my trim cut and sanded, everything is looking beautiful. Now I have to cut out my paneling from this 1/4. I want them to fit tight, so you know you have a 1/2 inch on each tongue and groove here, so, or I guess it would just be the groove. You have a 1/2 inch on each groove, so you have to make this 1 inch longer than it would be, than it looks like it would need to be. So you make those measurements, you make the cut, and then it's on to the fun part. It all came together. I'm excited. I'm hyped. This is a beautiful door. It looks even much more beautiful than I had hoped in my dreams. Them boys are smart. They figured out them routers and all them jigs to make everything look maybe not perfectly symmetrical because it is wood. There are variances in the grain. I guess I could plane it out and get super buck wild, but this is just our mudroom, so we're learning as we go. But yeah, everything looks beautiful. I mean, down to like a 32nd of an inch. So I'm hyped on it. Now the fun part, we get to assemble and glue everything so that we can start seeing what she looks like on the face. Okay, so you see this gap right here? I don't like that, but luckily my hot wife got me these composite strips, and I'll show you how that works. So you just push your little piece down, get your shim in there. It don't take much, it's just a hairline gap, and then that problem on the other side gets solved nice and tight now. It's strange, those things that you would never probably notice when you're doing it. It's just, you just can't let it slide. I'm sure there's like a mental illness for it or something, but I just can't let it slide. Gotta fix it.
All right, guys, I am blown away by Matt's drawer fronts. They came out really great. I can't wait to put them on. I already got some hardware coming, so I can already see the vision. We did do something a little different than we were supposed to, though, didn't we, Matt?
Yeah.
Matt made a decision and he made his rails go completely across and his stiles go between them. And the conventional way is for the stiles to go all the way up and the rails to go between them. So,
but I didn't want to do that because I was like, that's stupid.
He made a choice because he didn't want the seams to show on top when you open the door. You're not supposed to do that though because the cabinet doors have to go basically this way with the rails or the stiles going all up and the rails in the middle. And so now we'll have the drawers be going one way and the doors going another way. So it's not
cohesive.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, we're painting them and I think it's all fine and dandy. I'm not going to make him remake them or anything. And I think it's going to look great. Moving forward though, we're probably going to do one way.
Yeah. It's the only thing we can. It's the only thing we can do, guys. This came out too perfect. If it would have been that perfect, it would have been the ultimate miracle of perfection. And
so we had to have one mistake.
We had to have one little mistake. That couldn't be allowed.
So these are sick though. This is like really nice.
Feel it in your hand. I know you can feel the power right now.
This is nice, guys. I would go everywhere and brag about this. Yeah, but I would call it a cabinet door so no one knows your mistake.
I might go and brag about it later.
Door to door?
I mean, if I just have this on a chain, run through the hood, you know, this is going to be my medallion. I might get this thing gold plated just so they know.
So
Cabinet Carl is in the building.
We're pushing right through this project, guys. We're actually making great, what is it called? Progress. Next week, we're going to be making the big doors. They're a little bit different. And then once we get the doors done, guys, it's just time for paint. Then attaching them, hardware, lights, camera, action.
Yeah, this is messed up. I used to make fun of cabinet makers, being like, oh yeah, you soft boy, because I was a big dog pool builder man that worked outside, and I was like, oh yeah, cabinets, but frustrating, bro. This is a lot of little, you got to pay attention to make cabinets, and I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
A lot of details and measurements. But thanks for watching. Let us know what you guys think, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.